Hello guys, and welcome back to another session. In this session, we are going to deep dive in the architecture and the design for the educational platform that we are going to build. So, we'll be discussing about the architecture and the design of video platform. We'll be covering API structure, some routes, and some system components. I have also drafted a pretty decent documentation on Eraser. The link will be in the description, so you can check it out from there. So you can also go there and check things from there. Everything that we'll be covering in this video is already present there, so you can check it out. First of all, let us talk about the architecture, how the architecture should be. So the system follows a client-server architecture, where the front end interacts with the backend via APIs, which then manages the data storage and authentication and other logics. So we are using client-server architecture, where our backend and front end are both hosted on different domains. And talking about the tech stack that we have already discussed, we are going to use React.js for front end, Node.js with Express.js for backend. For database, we are going to use MongoDB, and for authentication, JSON Web Token based authentication will be there. There's one more thing that we need to use, that is cloud storage for storing videos and images. Images can be for profile images or thumbnails. So we will be using Cloudinary for that. It is a free service, so you can also use that. Okay, now let's get into the API routes and designs. How the API should be designed. So as we have already discussed, we have three panels. One is for admin, the other one is for students, and the last one is for teachers. So we'll have three different routes. One for admin routes, the other one for student routes, and the third one for teacher routes, I think. Yeah. But before designing routes, we need to design the database schema, how the database should be. So first of all, let's have a look at the database schema. There are 4 to 5 models that we are going to use. First one is the user model which will have an user ID, a name, an email, some password, some role, and some profile picture. It is pretty clear. The next one is courses, where courses will also have an ID, a title, a description, teacher ID, videos, and reviews if anyone have reviewed that course. The third one is for videos, video ID, the title, the description, the course ID for which the video belongs, and then the comments. Now, where we need to store the comments, we need to have two more models, comments and reviews. Comments and reviews will have their own unique ID, the user ID who have added that comment or reviewed that course, and then some text either before comment or review, and the timestamp for the reference. And then we will have a report section, a report model. A report model will contain an ID and then reported by field. It is not some object or something. Reported by is ID of a user, which we can populate then via some methods. And there will be entity, we'll discuss it later. Content ID, obviously the ID of the content that is being reported. Then the reason, it will be text why the user has reported. And then the status, either pending, reviewed, or resolved. Okay, so that's it for the database schema. Now let's get back into the APIs. So the APIs are very common. We are just performing some CRUD operations there. You might have already done. Still, let's have a look at them one time. So first of all, we have admin routes. In admin, we have get request to all the registered users. Get request for getting a user by its ID, creating and sending notifications, removing a user from platform, fetching all reported content, fetching a specific report, and reviewing and resolving a report. Reviewing and resolving report, this controller will be something to build. Okay, next one, we have student routes, updating student profile and changing student password, pretty common. Next, we have video and course routes, fetch video by ID, fetch course by details, check specific enrollment. we'll check it out, get similar videos, retrieve comments for videos, get course reviews. So yeah, all are very basics. Some post requests, some get requests, enroll in a course. As you already know, if we have to post something, we need to send some data. So we'll be sending some data over there. Then get user enrolled courses, get all available courses to get requests. Then review and comment routes. Add a comment to video, add a review to course. Report content routes, report a video or course. Fetch all reports submitted by a user. We'll be sending data over there also. Some user ID. Fetch details of a specific report. I don't think so you have any kind of difficulties over there. Still, if you have, feel free to drop them in comment section. I'll check it out. So we have already done almost everything. You can check this documentation on eraser.io. I have pasted the link in description box. So now let's wrap it up quickly. Okay, one more time, let me tell you, this is not a teaching YouTube channel. I am not going to teach you like regular teachers. Obviously, you may learn new skills here or enhance your existing ones. But the objective of this series is not just to create some project and showcase it. The main motive is to make you think how things should be done. If you know how everything works but struggle to do it on your own, you just need a little push. I am here for that push. I am not your co-pilot who will code everything for you. Right or wrong, that's a different story. But what I want to say is, I'll give you a direction to go, but I won't hold your hand and walk with you. No one stays with you forever, though that's not really relevant, but you get my point. If you are a beginner who knows the fundamentals but can't express them in the code, you just need the right direction and an idea how to make them count. Every beginner needs help at the initial stage, and so do you. Okay, that's all from my side. If you're still confused, wondering what's going on this video, what are routes, what are APIs, then you might be in the wrong place. Feel free to drop off. For the rest of you, all the best. In the next video, we'll be setting up our backend application. If you already know how to do that, great, go for it. So that's all from my side. If you have any queries or suggestions, feel free to drop them in comment sections. Signing off, see you in the next video. Till then, take care, keep learning, bye bye.